right, I think we're good now.
That's amazing.
Okay, we're good now. All right, guys, so we're going to start this.
Are you a turtle, Ella?
I didn't choose it. That does not mean I'm slow. Alright.
You guys are getting the questions?
Yeah.
Damn.
Just
I got it wrong.
I don't even know who he is.
damn.
Okay, first question. What percentage of agents give up after the first initial contact with the lead? 20. Oh, it's shuffled? Yeah, it's shuffled. Okay, we'll go over them afterwards. So go ahead, guys.
We already went, so you know.
Oh,
Sophie's in fourth, Alejandra's in fifth, and Pinch is in third, Paul's in second, Ella's in first because he finished first. I think you guys both tied up on that one? All right, so let's go.
Snapping turtle.
Who won?
You did.
yeah.
Don't try to act like you didn't know.
All right, let's go over the first question that we have on our screen, guys. Okay. What percentage of agents, guys? What percentage of agents give up after the first initial contact with the lead? You'd be shocked. It's almost half. It's 43%.
I thought it was 93.
Yeah.
I thought it was be higher.
Much higher.
Yeah. No, I mean, I guess these are real studies too that are done. Obviously with some science behind it. So 43% of agents will give up after they speak to a lead for the first time. So what does that mean? You're spending money on your leads, or somewhere leads are coming in, and you speak to them maybe once, and after that you don't convert them the first time, you forget about them because we all get busy.
You don't have a plan.
We don't have.
What does that mean for us? That means that if we don't give up, we'll be killing it.
Yeah, we'll get to that too.
It means you have a plan. A lot of them give up because they don't have any plan other than just to make the
Well, we take the initial no and
frustrated.
Right.
So what that means is that if we don't give up after the first try and we put them in some kind of a follow-up system where we call them up once in a while, we can get a much better result. So 43% is a large figure. So let's not fall into the statistics and let's try.
The house that Aurora putting up this week, I literally just followed up with her. She goes, "Oh my God, are you like a psychic?" I was just thinking about it. Let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely. You never know what day you're going to catch them on.
Easy. Went from no to
We
ready to go.
Contact.
Exactly.
All that stuff.
I've had people tell me when I was prospecting that, "Oh my God, you follow up with me so much. I see that you're really serious." Yeah, I'll give it to you. I see that you're really serious.
With that stuff, you get to a point where they don't think about anybody else. You're the only real estate agent they think about.
Yeah.
When you get to a certain point with that.
And you get more rapport as you keep calling.
Sure.
You absolutely do. Yeah, so that's 43%, guys, on that. Next question. What prospecting method has the highest view rate?
Really?
Text message. Yeah, text messaging has a 93%, I think it is. The articles are going to be in some of these. You guys go click on the articles and see what it is. Facebook is not, tweeting is not, email is not, text messaging is the way to go. That's where people are going to actually see your contact much more than any of these other methods. So we'll factor that in later. We'll talk about this one later. What day of the week has the highest email open rate? That's Thursday. Nobody.
I thought it would be Monday.
Yeah, nobody got that right. Yeah, that's what you would think because everyone's inbox gets spammed on Mondays. But that's the reason why you don't get seen as much as you should. Thursdays is an off day where people seem to have a little more time to look at their inbox, so that day is the best. Monday is the worst, actually. So if you're sending out an email and you want it to be viewed, try Thursday.
Thursday, TBT.
Yeah.
Throwback Thursday.
What day of the week is the best day to phone calls? Thursday as well. Yeah, Thursday is the best day of the week.
It's like a dead day.
It's kind of like an off day. So these statistics are good to know because if you guys are gonna start to really take this up a notch, yeah, you may want to do your follow-up day on Thursday because you're more likely to people answering.
So that would be our best day
For follow-up.
To boost too.
For follow-up, yeah.
It sounds like they have time to surf on different things.
Yeah, and it seems like Monday everyone's like on a rush, and they can't get anything done, and there's no time to view anything. So Thursdays seem to be a good day to do anything.
Isn't that the best day to put a listing also?
Thursdays are the best days to put listings too because it preps the market. Wednesdays and Thursdays because it preps the market for the weekend. So that's a good day. Best time of the day to call is actually 4 to 6 p.m. Followed up by 10 to 12 is the second highest. I'm sorry, 8 to 10. 8 to 10 is the second highest. So 4 to 6 slightly beats out 8 to 10.
crazy.
because I would figure people are winding down. But if you call after 6, it totally drops off the face of the earth. So if you're going to do later in the day calls, 4 to 6. If you're going to do in the morning calls, 8 to 10. That's the best result times. Best time of the day to email. And this is where we got some of these statistics from, is this website here. So if you guys want to check it out and read the article, it's really good. Best time of the day to send an email out is 3 p.m. That's when people will tend to read your email most. So that's another thing to think about. Yeah. How many transactions did Ben Caballero, the top agent in the United States, make in 2017? This guy is a savage. I've been following him for years. Yeah, and you guys got to read his story and look into him when you get a chance. He started just like any one of you, and he got his niche into like new construction, and now he lists every single new construction house in Texas. He created such a great website that all the builders, they just list their properties on his website. It's better than the MLS down there.
We went to this Brandon thing, and they said that the number one agents aren't the people that know everything. They're the number one marketers are the number one agents.
Yeah, of course. That's 100% true. So this guy is amazing. The person who has the second amount of highest transactions in the U.S. is half of what. No, not even half. I think it's like way less than half of what this guy does. Yeah. Actually, the statistics are here, so we'll look into them in a second. I'm gonna go over these with you. How much sales volume did this guy do, Ben Caballero, in 2017? He did 1.4. What is that?
That's a billion
$billion in real estate. Yeah, 1 year, guys. 1 year.
I thought my daughter was
Yeah, 1.4 billion. That's sick.
Michael Day.
What's up, brother?
Michael
How are you?
Day.
How you doing?
How you doing?
My man don't play. We met him in the gym.
Oh, you did? Nice. Good. All right, this one's interesting. Oh, nice. This one's interesting too, guys. How many books do CEOs read a year? 4 people got this right. 60 books.
I can see right through you, don't worry.
CEOs, on the average, guys, read 4 to 5 books a month. That's crazy. So if they can find the time to read, no one else should have a reason not to either. The average American reads 4 books a year, so that's a big discrepancy. Yeah, and the average income is about $45,000 a year too. The average CEO income is way higher than that. So let's get into that. How much do you need to make to be in the? How much do you need to make in the U.S. to be in the top 1% of earners? It's not that far off, guys. You know, it's just very obtainable. This is very obtainable, right? Well, how many you got?
That number to the guy that just did 3,000 transactions. It's not that hard.
No, this is not that much money, guys. Because if you look at it, what is $390,000, right? Let's take an average commission of 10. Let's just say $5,000, right? That's how many transactions you need to do. Who can do the math for me? Is that 200 transactions? Is that what that is?
Hello?
Is that?
I'm coming.
5 times 2.
Yo, Harry Jr., stop.
7.8. So round it off to 8. Right?
Well,
No, that's not right.
yeah. No, divide 400 grand by 5,000. That should be
You
about
need to do 6.5 transactions a month for about 80 a year.
80 a year. Okay, so 80 a year, 80 transactions a year, guys. Is that a lot?
No.
It's not. It's not a lot of money. I'm telling you. I mean, it's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of transactions. You guys should be striving for 100 transactions a year. That's when you really get to that level that you're really killing it. Now, that if you really do what you're supposed to do, that's not hard. That's not a hard feat to do. And then you can say that you're in a 1% of earners in the United States. That's crazy. So you're in the right profession where you can make this. You know, the only other people that are making this that aren't salespeople are doctors, you know, successful lawyers, CEOs of big Fortune 500 companies. You know, you'd be shocked at what you can make with a 75-hour license. Margaret?
When you say transactions, is that strictly selling,
Buyer or selling.
buying or selling?
Yeah, so let's just say you're represented, let's just say no, it's not flipping. No, if you're an investor on top of all that, like this is super easy to hit. You know, I see investors that do 5-6 deals a year and can make this, you know. So, you know, if you're doing both, then this is not going to be hard at all. Now, the average real estate agent doesn't make this. The average real estate agent does nothing. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of money. But this is to show you guys that you don't have to be average. You know, you guys in sales, you guys can make your own paycheck. Whatever you guys want to make, that's what you're going to make. So 390 to be in the 1%, guys. This should give you some. This should give you some definitely encouragement. Now in New Jersey, it's slightly higher. In New Jersey, to be in top 1%, it's over $500,000.
Because the prices are.
Yeah. So this is an average of the United States, but if you want to take it up a notch after you break through that 390, you want to look over 500,000 is going to be your 1%. Now, so Ella, congratulations, you took the prize on that one. Good.
Who's that?
The most aggressive.
The hater.
All right, so let's really look at that, right? Let's talk about that for a second, right? In earnings, if we break it down to 6 or 7 transactions a month, right? This is where tracking your numbers comes into play, big time, huge. So if you guys start to figure it out, okay, 7 transactions, right? To get one transaction closed, how much effort goes into it? How many phone calls do I have to make? How many listing appointments do I have to go to? How many doors do I have to knock on? This is what you guys need to start writing down, because Harry's results are not going to be Alejandra's results. It's not going to be, so you can't use someone else's statistics. So if you want to get to that level where you can go 6, 7 closings a month, you figure out, okay, what works for me and what's my strongest attribute. Do more of that, and then track those numbers, and then play around with different marketing techniques, play around with different prospecting techniques, and see what works for you, and do more of that. And then you could track those numbers and see, okay, well, I work best when I do these, and I work best when I do that, and it works better for me when I say this, and it works better for me when I do it at this time of the day. So find out what that is, and then find out how much activity you have to do to get one deal closed. And simple as that is, you just got to multiply it, right? And then when you're running out of days and time and hours, then you start to bring in a second person, and you train them, and you help them, and you do everything that you do, so that way you could do more, you could leverage more time and more hours. Because I'm sure this guy who's doing 3,500 transactions a year is not doing it by himself. It's not going to happen. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way. So think outside the box. These things are these questions I put up here were meant to get you guys thinking, and to really see what is out there. And if you think you're doing good, that's great. But if you compare yourself to overall picture of what you could do because someone else has done it, you're still a long ways to go. So including myself.